Welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, April 8th, 2025, we're examining Amazon, AMZN, stock, factoring in both current events and technical analysis. Recent Google searches reveal a market heavily influenced by Trump's tariffs, with concerns about a potential recession and inflation. Headlines highlight drops in major indices and warnings from financial leaders like Jamie Dimon and BlackRock's Fink. Analysts are revising forecasts downward, and J.P. Morgan even anticipates a U.S. recession due to these tariffs. The key question is, how are these events reflected in Amazon's stock chart, and what trading strategies can we derive? Let's start by looking at the daily chart to get a broader perspective. Now, let's zoom in on the recent price action on the one-day chart. From the beginning of 2025, we can see a clear upward trend, with the price rising from around $220 to nearly $242 before the tariffs shook the market. We can see the effects of the tariffs in early April, causing a dramatic downturn. This drop could be attributed to concerns about increased costs and reduced consumer spending due to the tariffs. Let's now switch to the hourly chart to gain a clearer picture of the short-term price movements following the tariff news. Switching to the one-hour chart, we can see the price action surrounding April 3rd and April 4th in more detail. The hourly candles clearly illustrate the increased volatility during that time, with rapid price swings in both directions. There's a significant drop on April 3rd, followed by a partial recovery on April 4th. This shows the immediate market reaction to the tariff news and the subsequent attempts at stabilization. We need to look closer to identify potential support and resistance levels on this chart. Now let's examine the 15-minute chart for a more granular perspective. Focusing on the 15-minute chart around April 3rd and 4th, the price action is very choppy, indicative of high uncertainty. We see several attempts to rally that were quickly sold off. On this time frame, the $170 level acted as a psychological support which was tested intensely and broken, but then the price rallied from. From a technical perspective, if Amazon closes below the $170 level on the daily chart, it could signal further downside potential, with the next support level potentially around $160 to $162 based on previous price history. Conversely, if Amazon can maintain above $175, it may attempt to retest the $180 range. Given the current market conditions, I would assign a 60% probability to the bearish scenario if the news continues negatively, and a 40% probability to the bullish scenario if positive earnings reports and other positive news come about. To recap, important price levels to watch are $170 as a key support and $180 as a potential resistance. If the news remains bearish with more negative news relating to Trump's tariffs, a break below $170 would likely lead to further declines. Watch out for the price to potentially fall as low as $160 as a realistic, unbiased prediction. On the other hand, positive earnings reports or other positive news could provide a catalyst for a move back towards $180. Pay attention to the headlines regarding Trump's tariffs, economic indicators, and any Amazon-specific news, as these will likely be the primary drivers of short-term price movements. Thanks for watching Explain the Charts.